A very warm good morning to one and all present over here class. Welcome to the digital platform of APS. Now this is Pawan Kumar. Today I will start 6th lecture of chapter 13 limits and derivative. So class, in previous lecture I have completed questions related to limits and derivative, and now in today lecture I will discuss the miscellaneous questions of NCERT. So see the questions. Now question number 1 is, this question is of question number 1 of miscellaneous. Now see question. Question number 1 is, find the derivative of the function using first principle. Using first principle method. Using first principle method, and function is y is equal to given sine of x plus 1. Now this is our function. Now we have to differentiate this function with respect to x by using first principle method. Now see. Now we have to differentiate this function. So see the solution. The given function y is equal to fx and fx is equal to, this is sine of x plus 1. Now through this expression we can write f of x plus h result is sine of x plus h plus 1. At the place of x you have to put x plus h. Now this is the format, and since you know derivative f dash x, that is limit s tends to 0, formula is f of x plus h minus f of x whole upon h. This is our question formula. We have to solve this question using first principle. So we have applied this formula, we have used this formula. Now at the place of f of x plus h, we have to put the limits, or f of x plus and f of x. So result will be sine of x plus h plus 1 minus, this is sine of x plus 1. Now whole upon, this expression is h. See. Now I am going to erase the above steps. Now f dash x we can write limit h tends to 0. This is sine of x plus h plus 1, and this is sine of x plus 1. Now sin c minus sin d, you have to apply this formula. So expression will be 2 times cos of this expression plus this expression by 2. So result will be x plus x 2x, 2x plus 2 plus h means 2x plus 2 plus h whole upon 2. Now into sine of this minus this means x minus x will cancel out and plus 1 minus 1 will cancel out, so result will be h and whole upon 2. Now whole upon this term will be h and this 2 will transfer in denominator. Now see the next steps. The next step is f dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0. This is cos of 2x plus 2 plus h by 2 into limit h by 2 tends to 0 sine of h by 2 whole upon h by 2. Now this is our steps. Now see, this expression will be, after putting the limit 2x plus 2 by 2, result will be cos of x plus 1 into this result will be 1. Now answer is cos of x plus 1 is the answer. Now question number 1 is completed. Now come to the question number 2. Question number 2 is find the derivative of the function. Question number 2. Find the derivative of the function y is equal to ax plus b upon cx plus d. We have to differentiate this function, so this is not mentioned by using first principle, so you can apply single formula, that is quotient rule. So see the solution. The given function y is equal to ax plus b upon cx plus d. Now this function is of the type of fraction function, so quotient function or quotient formula you will apply. So when you will operate d by dx on both the side, so result will be d by dx of ax plus b upon cx plus d. Now gx plus d, cx plus d means gx into d by dx of ax plus b minus ax plus b into d by dx of cx plus d whole upon cx plus d whole square. This is the expression. Now say cx plus d into its differentiation, b differentiation, a and b are constant, so d by dx of ax result will be a and plus 0, so this will be the same result, a minus ax plus b into this expression differentiation will be c, so whole upon cx plus d whole square. Now we can multiply this format. So what will be the result? Result will be ACX plus AD minus ACX minus BC whole upon CX plus D whole square. Now ACX minus ACX term is cancel out. So result will be AD minus BC whole upon CX plus D whole square. Now this is the answer. See. Now question number 2 is completed. Now I will come to the next question. The next question is question number 3. Question number 3 is find the derivative of the function. Find the derivative of the function fx is equal to given. This is a cosec x into cot x. Cosec x into cot x. So see, find the derivative of the function y is equal to cosec x into cot x, or suppose we are going to take another function ax square plus bx plus c. This is rational function, so you can simplify by using chain rule also. So the given function fx is equal to or y is equal to 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c format. Now this format we can write also ax square plus bx plus c to the whole power minus 1. Now y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c power minus 1. Let t is equal to, using chain rule, by using chain rule, let t is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now dt by dx we can write, means d by dx of ax square plus bx plus c, and when you will simplify, means result of dt by dx we can write x square differentiation 2ax and plus b and plus c differentiation is 0. Consider equation 1. Now value of y in terms of t, result will be y is equal to t to the power minus 1. So dy by dt result is d by dt of t to the power minus 1, and its differentiation is minus t to the power minus 2. And what is t? T value is ax square plus bx plus c, means its value dy by dt is, this one we can write minus 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c. This is the format. Consider equation 2. Now you know from equation 1 and 2 when you will multiply, since dy by dx, we can write dy by dt into dt by dx. Now these steps, when you will multiply equation 1 and 2, so what will get the value? The value you will get, this will multiply here, so result will be minus 2ax plus b whole upon ax square plus bx plus c. This is whole square, so here is whole square, so this is whole square, this will be whole square. Now this is the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. See. Now question number 3 is completed. Now come to question number 4. Question number 4 is question number 4 is find the derivative of the function y is equal to cos x whole upon 1 plus sin x. Cos x whole upon 1 plus sin x. This is derivative. This is the function and we have to find its derivative. Now see, the given function y is equal to cos x whole upon 1 plus sin x. Now we are going to use chain rule or quotient rule. So when you will operate d by dx on both the side, so dy by dx result will be d by dx of cos x whole upon 1 plus sin x. And this expression we can write by using quotient rule. What will be the terms? The terms will be gx into d by dx of fx. So this is gx into d by dx of fx minus fx into d by dx of 1 plus sin x whole upon 1 plus sin x whole square. See, now dy by dx we can write 1 plus sin x into derivative of cos x is sin x with negative sign minus sin cos x into 1 plus sin x, derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of sin x is cos of x, and whole upon 1 plus sin x whole square. See, now multiply minus sin x minus sin square x minus cos square x whole upon 1 plus sin x whole square. So this term we can write minus sin x minus 1 because this value is 1. So with negative sign, and we can write this sin x plus 1, and this is 1 upon 1 plus sin x, 1 upon 1 plus sin x whole square. So 1 plus sin x term will cancel out, single term. Now result will be, what will be the result? Result will be minus 1 upon 1 plus sin x. So answer minus 1 upon 1 plus sin x. This is the answer. Now question number 4 is completed. See, now I will come to the question number 5. Question number 5 is, find the derivative of the function y is equal to sine to the power n. Sine to the power n x. This is sine nx. Sine to the power nx. So the given function y is equal to sine to the power nx. Now in this question again you will use chain rule. By using chain rule, let t is equal to sin x. So when you will operate d by dx on both the side, so d by dx of sin x, now dt by dx format will be cos x, because d by dx of sin x is cos x. Now we can write y is equal to sin x. Sin we have considered t, so t to the power n. So dy by dt result is n times t to the power n minus 1, and dy by dt is equal to, what we can write, n times t. T result is sin x to the power n minus 1. Now consider equation 2. Now from equation 1 and 2 it is clear, you can calculate dy by dx by using multiply this term. So from equation 1 and 2 it is clear, we can find out the values of dy by dx by using multiply this equation 1 and equation 2. So dt by dx is here. Now put its value. So its value will be, dy by dx format will be, dy by dt result is n times sine of x to the power n minus 1 into cos x. Now this is the answer. See, now question number 5 is totally completed, and this one also we can write sine to the power n minus 1x. This one also we can write n times sine to the power n minus 1x with cos of x. This is also the answer. Now question number 5 is completed. See, so you can simplify easily by using chain rule. this question. So again see, in this question you will consider first of all sin x is equal to t, because of if you will consider t, then the format will be x to the power n, y is equal to t to the power n format will be here, so you can differentiate easily. Therefore we have considered x t is equal to sin of x. Now you have to differentiate this. T is equal to sin x with respect to parameter x, so dt by dx is here, result will be cos x. Now y is equal to t to the power n. Suppose you are going to differentiate with respect to parameter t, so you will get the result t times t to the power n times t to the power n minus 1. Now n times t means x, sin x, and n times sin x to the power n minus 1. So by using equation 1 and 2, you can find dy by dx. So dy by dx we can write dy by dt into dt by dx. So multiply this equation 1 and 2, you will get the same value, n times sin x to the power n minus 1 into cos of x, and sin x to the power n minus 1 we can write sin n minus 1 x into cos of x. Now this question is totally completed.